Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My beautiful people, I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showers you with blessings and barakah and mercy, and that He forgives us all. I I am reaching out just to remind myself first and to remind whoever Allah wills of this journey that we're in. And ultimately, this journey ends with uniting with the one who created us. But this path requires a level of consciousness and a willingly and lovingly surrender to Allah Azza wa Jal. As we talked about in a lot, as we always say as Muslims in every prayer that we pray, Surah Al-Fatiha is a powerful surah which can be summarized with the dua, and that dua is Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim. For Allah, so we ask Allah to guide us to the straight path. And why do we travel that path? Anybody who's taken a path or a destination or wants to go to a destination eventually. And since we all know about Siri and addresses and following Siri to take our address, obviously we tell Siri the address before we can go to the destination. So if we are seeking, we have to know first what is it that we are seeking. If it's Allah Azza wa Jal that we're seeking, then the lifestyle, if that's sincerely embedded in our hearts and we are sincerely seeking Allah, the path that is manifested for us is the path to Allah Azza wa Jal. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reminds us this in the Quran, that He's the one who guides. But who is Allah gonna guide? Allah is gonna guide the one who's seeking Him sincerely. So just as you would put in the address of your iPhone, or just as you would put in the destination in the map of your iPhone or whatever, right? What is in your heart first? Me and you have to ask ourselves, what is in our heart? Is it Allah that's in our heart that we are truly seeking? Because if we are seeking Allah, then the signs are going to come to us and things are going to be shown to us. If it's not Allah that we are seeking, then it is possible that Allah Azza wa Jalla still gives us what we want, but we are not going to find the tranquility and the peace and ease that is associated with the one whose heart is completely submitted to Allah Azza wa Jal. And Allah reminds us this in the Quran. None can get closer to Him on the day of judgment except for the one who comes with Him with a pure heart. إِلَّا مَنْ أَتَى اللَّهَ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ. But that journey starts right now. Coming to Allah with the pure heart starts right now. So Islam is surrendering yourself, surrendering your insight completely to Allah. Yes, this is not something that's easy, nor is it something that you can do. It comes from Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah guides first and foremost. But who does Allah guide? Allah guides the one who sincerely wants to unite with Him. So when this happens, when you're truly longing for the truth, and you're truly longing for the connection with Allah, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to show you the way, because He is Al-Alim. He's the one who's all-knowing, and there's nothing hidden from Him. That's why that you will see, for instance, someone whose whole life was spent on heedlessness. But it is possible, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that not possible for us. We may be mistaken this person as, oh, this person is very corrupt, but who knows where their end is. And this is why Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam reminds us, look, it is your last deeds that matter. So you can have someone who appeared in the external external eye as being righteous, and they are going through the rituals of worship. They appear righteous to the people, but then end up being deviated towards the end. So what is it that then? Is it something in the heart that was wrong? How come they fell off the path? Technically, your heart will take you. What is in your heart is where you go. And then you see someone who has been heedless, who appears wrong to the people this whole time, but when they are close to their death, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides them to the straight path. So what does all of that mean? Of course, we don't know the inside of people, Allah knows. But what is for sure is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only guides, and He guides those who are sincere. And this is something that the Quran alludes to, that when some people are talked about in the Quran, Allah reminds us, had we known any good in their heart, we would have guided him. We would have guided them, right? So we need to take some time constantly and ask ourselves, what is really in my heart? Am I really doing things for the sake of Allah? When I am wronged, am I being patient and forgiven for the sake of Allah? Or am I being patient and forgiven because I want people to recognize me as a virtuous person? When someone needy is out there and a homeless person is out there, do I harbor inside of me feelings that, oh, I'm better than him, or I'm better than her, or she should have got a job? Do I have those feelings, or do I instantly see the signs of Allah right away and saying, Ya Allah, Alhamdulillah, indeed, you are the one who gives and you are the one who withholds. And when I give to that individual, am I giving it to that individual whatever resource or support I can give? Is it because I'm giving them because I want people to say he's generous, or is it because I want to get closer to Allah? And even when I give, is it me recognizing, hey, I am giving, or is it me recognizing, Ya Rabbi, you're giving right now through me? And when I am able to do good, is it me saying, oh, I am a good doer, I am doing good? Or is it me saying, Ya Allah, these good that I'm doing, the good that I'm doing is a gift from you. Just as you give sustenance, the rizq, to nurture my body, you gave me this good that I'm able to do. So when your heart is channeled with seeking Allah, when your heart is completely submitted to Allah, and what is in your heart is to seek Allah, the seeker gets to see the manifestation of Allah in everything. So not a hand moves without the seeker remembering that this hand is only moving because Allah is the all able, and He gave the ability to move this hand because Allah Azza wa Jal today, right now, can return this hand, take the ability for this hand to move. He can take that ability back, and I would never be able to, nor can any doctor ever help me move this hand and give me that ability to do a simple task as that, right? So ultimately, for the seeker of Allah is the one who's longing. And what are they longing for? They're longing for the nearness of Allah. They're longing for those intimate moments in connection with Allah. But how does that come? That comes with practicing beauty constantly. That comes with being conscious of Allah, and that comes with, first and foremost, upholding the commands of Allah. And if anything inside of me believes that what Allah and His Messenger is commanding is something that is wrong, wa'ayadu billah, or something that is not that important, then that is a veil of darkness that is already covering me. So in order for the mercy to completely descend on us, and the mercy that I'm talking about is the specific mercy that comes to the heart, that nur, that enlightenment to come to us, we have to have a clean heart that only honors Allah Azza wa Jal. That doesn't mean you're rejecting the world, or that doesn't mean you're mean to people, or that doesn't mean that you're walking away and giving up on this world. No, the believer, the seeker of Allah, is the one who makes things better for the sake of Allah. So they are working selflessly for the people constantly. They are trying to make peace wherever they can make peace. They are trying to forgive. They are always trying to call people to Allah Azza wa Jal. So with that, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. And yes, we will sin, because perfection is not our attribute. That's an attribute of Allah. But the best among people is the one who constantly repents. And the battle is not so much in the outside, it's in the inside. May Allah help us all in going towards Him in the most beautiful way that we can. May Allah help us strive in patience. May Allah help us strive in generosity. May Allah help us strive in doing good wherever we are. And may Allah help us strive in having the true belief, which is all good is from Allah, and any injustice that we do is coming from our own naf and shaitan and our own misunderstanding, and we seek Allah's protection from that. Assalamu alaikum.